Okay, I think we are live now. Yeah, let's check that out. hmm Okay. We are live, and that is completely audible. Perfect. Okay. Yes. Nice. Okay. All right. So guys, welcome to Chalchitra Talks. Uh, I would like always urge you to like the stream, and this stream is about uh, the fact that do good headphones and good earphones in general as well matter in your listening experience, and does that actually matter when it comes to how much you will be able to appreciate music in general. So uh, honestly, like I have experienced some amazing quality headphones. Thankfully, I have a friend, Srivatsan, whom I asked. Like he owns a good pair of headphones, and I've tried some of his really good quality open back headphones as well, and they sound really good. So I would say that I am qualified to rate headphones and tell you if the experience matters or not. But uh, I'll tell you what my journey with headphones has been like in general. So back when I was listening to music initially, like back when I was in the second and third standard, my dad got this multi CD player kind of a thing, where it had like a three disc changer thing, and you could like put different discs in. And before that, the only music that I had heard was cassette players, which honestly kind of sucked in their quality, to be honest. And so when I heard those for the first time, that's when I realized that कि हाँ मतलब इससे ऊपर भी एक ऑडियो क्वालिटी लेवल है जो मैंने कभी एक्सपीरियंस नहीं किया था उससे पहले. But so when I heard that, and I still remember, I think the favorite album and the album that sounded the most grand, so to say, was Lagan. And Lagan, famously A.R. Rahman's music, it was amazing. And uh, I mean, I was in the third standard, so I did not really know what terms like soundstage and good quality at all meant. But I could clearly decipher कि हाँ मतलब कुछ कुछ अलग है इसके बारे में. And much later in my life, when I met friends who knew a lot about music, when I met people who did music production and knew all about this, that's when I found out that it's what they call production, and it's also what they call soundstage. So but at that time I had not heard in any headphones, and the first time that I heard music in proper headphones was a revelation as well. And I think the first pair of earphones that I tried was the Nokia earphones जो Nokia के phones के साथ आया करते थे. But that was never like great sounding. It was more of a convenience factor, and the fact that you could listen to music without disturbing other people. But hi Siddharth. So the current headphones that I'm using are 1000 XM3s by Sony. But so the first pair of headphones that I heard was this Aiwa ka CD player. Back then, Aiwa used to be a brand that used to manufacture a lot of music equipment and TVs and electronics in general, like that. And so this uh, like cassette player by Aiwa, and oh hey, I got a super chat. Hey, thanks CV Arvind. Oh, he just became a member. That's really nice to see. Hey CV Arvind, welcome to being Godfather. Yeah. So yeah, the first pair of headphones that I heard was oh my god, CV Siri is really getting disturbed by all of this. But so okay, coming back to Iowa headphones. I think I was in the first standard back then, and I heard the music of Devdas, and it completely blew my mind. And I had this odd interaction with my family where I lied to buy a pair of earphones as well, which substantially upgraded my music listening experience. But I'll get to that later. But so, uh, I'll share the name in a little bit, Manas. So, uh, so the headphones. Okay, now, as of do headphones matter or not, or do earphones matter for that matter or not? I think that the experience is like that, it's a diminishing experience, to be honest. Like, you can go up to a very high level very early on, especially with the kind of earphones and headphones that are available on the cheap in India right now. And I think the pair of headphones that elevated my experience the most was this pair of HD 202 Mark IIs by Sennheiser, which my brother had bought back when he had just joined university. And uh, they like snap on really well onto your head, have a like completely adjustable headband and everything. But the best part about Sennheiser being the fact that like they sound really good. And that costed like 2500 rupees. So ऐसे कुछ बहुत ज़्यादा महंगे headphones नहीं थे वो. And yet they sounded really good. And this is back in the era when Beats by Dr. Dre and all of those crazy costly headphones had started coming around, which a lot of people hated, to be honest. But they had started coming around back then. And so, yeah, like I will say that the amount of like you can escalate your listening experience very heavily if you invest in a pair of headphones worth like 1,000 1,500 bucks. My biggest recommendation goes to HD 201s by Sennheiser, which is the pair of headphones that I use pretty much throughout my college life. And they cost like 1,500 bucks and yet have great soundstage. So I'll come to what soundstage is now. Okay. So basically, when you wear a pair of earphones versus when you wear a pair of headphones, that's when you will realize that there is this like added depth that a pair of headphones generally is able to add, जो earphones like सस्ते earphones तो नहीं कर पाते ज़्यादातर. And that is what they call soundstage. So basically, there is this wideness to the sound, and uh, a good way to be able to tell if you have good soundstage or not is if you are able to tell where exactly the music is coming from, because this is the painstaking process of music production, where they place they place the drums exactly there, and they have to adjust the phase of the sound that comes into your ears so that you can figure out where exactly the instrument is placed. And so the if you can figure out कि हाँ drums इधर से आ रहे हैं, vocalist उधर गा रहा है, guitar इधर मेरे पीछे बज रहा है, and all of that, then you definitely have really good soundstage. But even if you can decipher it a little bit, then I will say that you have good soundstage. Versus when you put on a cheap pair of earphones, you are not able to tell anything. The only thing that you're able to tell is the fact that like ये राइट कान से आ रहा है, ये लेफ्ट कान से आ रहा है, और कुछ तो वॉल्यूम डिफरेंस है शायद दोनों के बीच में. बट सो या गेट that should be a way to test headphones, especially when you're cheaping out on them, which is not a bad thing. It's like everybody has their economic means, and I honestly could not afford a decent pair of headphones for a very long time in my life. So I completely get why people don't spend enough on headphones, but I will tell you that spending a little bit more can get you a long, long way. So, to answer Soumya Nanda's question on what's the sweet spot price for headphones, I think like you have to define what audiophile grade experience is, in your opinion, because one thing that I have noticed is that a lot of people are not able to like. There is this abstract sense of the fact that this song sounds good versus this song doesn't sound that good, but uh, most people don't really need audiophile grade headphones, especially since most of the audiophile grade headphones, especially the open back ones, come with a huge set of compromises as well that you have to adjust to. Like, okay, so I'll actually get to what open back and close back headphones are now. Hey, okay, my brother is also in the stream, so hi Tarun. But uh, so I'll tell you what open back and close back headphones are like. Basically, you see this particular ear cup of the headphone, right? Now, there is a set of earphones, like those are the rare kind of earphones because you don't really see them generally in public. Those are audiophile grade headphones, but what you have for open back headphones is this cover that covers the diaphragm of the headphones is not present. And so it allows you to, like, the sound does not reflect immediately and does not reflect on the back of the headphone and come back to you. Instead, the extra stray sound escapes into the world, and that's why you can't really use them for personal listening, because it will not really be personal. If you're watching a movie with open back headphones, then your friends will also be able to watch that movie to some extent. But so uh, open back headphones though give you an amazing level of soundstage and an amazing level of stereo separation, where you are able to completely tell apart where an instrument is coming from and how wide the sound can go. But that being said, though, you don't really have to invest in open back headphones to get a good soundstage. As I mentioned, HD201s is a really good pair if you want to get decent soundstage. Now, the other thing though that I'll come to is like soundstage is just one particular criteria, but there are a lot of other criterias as well, like how flat the equalizer of the headphones is, and how good the bass is, not just in terms of volume, which is very easy to achieve, but rather in terms of like uh, how much can you tell different frequencies of the bass apart as well. Like there is sub bass, there is just normal bass, and most headphones are not able to, you know, like you will not be able to distinguish sub bass from bass, and they sound completely different. And it's not just this boom that you hear in, you know, like rap and hip hop music and EDM. It's much more than that. It's a whole experience in itself. So yeah, a good pair of headphones, uh, they also have a bigger diaphragm, which is basically, if you have ever broken a pair of headphones, then there is this like circular diaphragm speaker thingy that is inside the headphones, and the bigger that is, which is defined in uh, mm's, but the bigger the driver for the headphones is, it's generally very small for earphones, but the bigger it is, the better the sound reproduction of the headphones will be as well. So, but those are the criterias of what defines a good headphone. Oh, Munjal also wants to talk about microphones. Oh, that's a whole other topic in itself. But so coming to though the fact that like what, you know, what your listening experience will be like if you use a good pair of headphones versus a very cheap pair of headphones. Um, so in a good pair of headphones, you will be able to hear all of the little details that go into a piece of music that really elevate it. Like, and it's very hard to hear a lot of that in a cheap pair of headphones versus oh, poor Sapna. Oh man. But so like for example, you will not be able to uh, tell the level of production that A.R. Rahman puts into his own music if you use a cheap pair of headphones. Versus the experience there is completely different. Same for EDM to a lot of extent, and country music just sounds completely different and way more open when it comes to uh, good headphones. But yeah, Laksha, I actually consider AirPods good. I actually just upgraded to AirPods Pro recently, and yeah, they sound pretty good. And they, although they have this thing that a lot of audiophiles hate, which is that they change the sound quite a bit from what a balanced pair of headphones sounds like. So that's why a lot of people hate them. But they're pretty good generally. Uh, so yeah, but if you upgrade to a headphones that is like two, okay, yeah, if you upgrade to a pair of headphones that is 1,500 or 2,000 bucks, then you will be in a pretty good territory. I'll actually share my screen in a bit and show you a few good headphones that you could buy for cheap that are actually pretty good. But uh, so yeah, that is what your experience will be like. Now, Munjal mentioned uh, good microphones versus bad microphones in the chat. Now, I can actually attempt at showing you what a bad pair of microphones sounds like as well, which is going to be pretty interesting. But basically, the amount of clarity that you get in a decent pair of like a decent microphone is kind of crazy. You will not be, it's very hard to tell what that sounds like with a bad pair of headphones. But you will be able to tell that apart very easily, I think, on YouTube as well, because of the amount of compression that happens there. So let me give this a try. No, I don't think. Okay. I think I have completely turned off my webcam microphone and everything, so I will not be able to show you guys what that looks like. But maybe for another stream. But yeah, a bad pair of like a bad microphone sounds way worse, and you are able to hear pretty much uh, zero quality and zero, like you will not be able to, it doesn't sound real. That's the main part about it. It sounds like it's coming out of a phone speaker. Versus if there are, I have heard pairs of microphones where you could be fooled into thinking the other person is in the same room, and that goes with a decent pair of headphones and speakers as well. But microphone also makes a huge difference there. Actually, I'll show you what. Yeah, so my brother, who is HD202s that I was talking about, has been using the HD202s for 11 years now, and that's testament to Sennheiser's quality. Highly recommend Sennheiser headphones. And yeah, they never break, they have great build quality, and they sound pretty great, and especially for the kind of price range that they are provided in. mm, okay, I was actually going to show you what the guitar sounds like on a bad pair of like a bad microphone as well, but yeah, I'll not be able to show you that. Okay, but that being said though, uh yeah, I'm really bad at segues, but I really want to perform a song, so I'll go to that now. Sorry for the bad segue, guys, but yeah, I'll give you that. I know it's very abrupt, but yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so actually, one of the reasons that I want to do this song is also because I did this song in the first stream, and back then I had not figured out what my audio setup sounds like and how to achieve a good audio setup when you're streaming online. So I would recommend going back to the first music night that we hosted, where I played this song in around the 50th or the 60th minute. And this song is Guaranteed by Eddie Vedder, which is one of the reasons that I picked up the guitar. So yeah, it's pretty close to me. But so today I'll perform Guaranteed with a decent mic and the whole setup done properly. So let's see what it sounds like now. Okay. This is the other thing about performances as well. Like, you will see this in a lot of live performances, but for some reason, live performances done while sitting down don't sound as good. So, yeah, I like to stand up and play it. So, let's see. Uh, On bended knee is no way to be free. Lifting up an empty cup, I ask silently that all my destinations will accept the one that's me, so I can breathe. Circles they grow and they swallow people whole. After lies they say goodnight to wires they'll never know. Got a mind full of questions and a teacher in my soul. So it goes. Don't come closer or I'll have to go. Owing me like gravity are places that pull. If ever there was someone to keep me at home, it would be you. Everyone I come across in cages they put. They think of me and my wandering, but I'm never what they thought. Got my indignation, but I'm pure in all my thoughts. I'm alive. Wind in my hair, I feel part of everywhere. Underneath my being is a road that disappeared. Late at night I hear the trees, they're singing with the dead overhead. Leave it to me as I find a way to be. Consider me a satellite forever orbiting. I knew all the rules, but the rules did not know me. Guaranteed. Okay. So yeah, that was guaranteed by Eddie Vedder, and ironically, for some reason, my guitar doesn't sound as good today. So yeah, there is a lot of. It sounds very compressed for some reason today, and I'll figure out what's happening here. I also think that it has something to do with the battery of the guitar, which is slowly dying, and it keeps pointing that out to me, and I never replace it because I'm lazy like that. But so, oh hey, oh thanks guys, thanks for all the hearts and for all the appreciation. But if you want to show more appreciation, please like the stream because that really helps us push out the stream. And also subscribe the channel if you haven't. There's a lot of good content that comes out of Chalchitra Talks. And so if you subscribe to all of that, you will be, you'll find out about it. If possible, also hit the bell icon because that will really push out all of the notifications to you and you will find out about all of the good content here. But so, yeah. Oh, Quentin, I don't think I'll do that well on Reddit streams because The level of performances that go on Reddit streams is kind of crazy. If you have never checked out Reddit streams, guys, you really should, because it's quite crazy the amount of talent that people display there. And I mean, it kind of makes sense as well because it's curated throughout the world and it's very tough to get a chance to perform there because of how regulated the whole thing is. But yeah, Reddit streams are pretty crazy if you really want to check out some live music. So you should go there and check it out if you want. But so, yeah, this particular song, right? Now, this is also a testament to the fact that what Zoom does to your music, where, like, if you try to do a live music stream on Zoom, it is so damn tough. Like, the amount of noise cancellation and the amount of compression and everything that Zoom goes through, it really kills all of your live performances. And oh, Rachit says that the stream volume is too low. Is it too low for all of you guys, or was it just low for Rachit? If you find it low, please comment in the in the live chat as well, guys. So I'll find out about it. But so yeah, so some of the things that Zoom does when it comes to live performances is it really compresses the sound, but also there is an element of background noise cancellation that really muffles everything that you hear. And so, even if you use a very good microphone and a whole setup to conduct that on, it's still very hard to get decent sound quality. Versus in this particular medium of YouTube, I can, perform to you guys and it'll sound good. So, yeah. But one of the things that I'll also talk about is the kind of music that sounds bad on cheap headphones versus the kind of music that sounds bad on the kind of music that sounds good on cheap headphones versus the kind of music that sounds bad on cheap headphones, because not all music sounds bad on cheap headphones, to be honest. Actually, maybe I should go with some headphone recommendations because well, I see a lot of comments here that mention that they want to know about some decent headphone recommendations. So I'll get to that. And if you just give me a second, I'll switch to the other streaming mode, which I actually haven't tried before this. And oh, it completely changed my webcam look, but I think we'll have to survive with this. Anyway, so yeah. Okay. I think Vinayak also mentioned that. Oh, okay. Manas also had the volume a bit too low. I'll maybe for the next one I will increase the volume so that it is audible for everybody. How is the? Is it the voice's volume that is low, or is it just while I was performing? Please let me know about that, because then I'll be able to fix that better. But okay, so when you go to headphones, right? I'll actually just. Oh, yeah. Vinayak also mentioned headphones by Boat and a few other companies. But let me check out what Vinayak wanted to know as well. Yeah, Bolt, Ant Audio, and all of these. Okay. Okay, so I have actually tried out some Boat headphones, and I will give you one interesting tidbit of information. Oh, okay. The voice is a bit low for everybody. Wait. Uh okay. So Manas is saying the voice was low, but then it's fine now. I think I'll just go with that. Let me know if the voice is still low, guys, and I will fix it. But I think in the meanwhile, this is what it is. So uh, boat headphones. Now I have tried some of these out. I have tried these particular ones out, which are Bluetooth headphones, and honestly, they don't sound that great. But I will give you this: the amount of functionality that these headphones provide, uh, for 1100 bucks is kind of crazy. But I think my personal favorite brands of headphones, at least for budget headphones, will always remain Sennheisers, which are wired headphones. And I get how that can be a turn off for a lot of people, but trust me when I say this, guys, for cheap headphones, always go for wired ones, because you will get great bang for the buck. Versus if you cheap out on Bluetooth headphones, it is very tough to achieve decent sound quality. So, uh, as I mentioned, my favorite ones were HD201s. I see that they have actually upgraded those to HD206 now, because I think HD201s was like 8 years back now, probably more than that. So I see how they might have upgraded that. But HD206, I'm pretty sure would be pretty good. Actually, I haven't tried out some Sennheiser headphones in a while. Which ones are these? Okay. Amazon. Yeah, these are also HD206. But, mm-hmm. Okay. Uh, Actually, I'll go out on Amazon and rate some decent headphones for you guys. Laksh is mentioning Sony headphones. Uh, Honestly, I have tried out some Sony headphones as well, and for the cheaper ones, the sound quality is honestly not that great. Like, although they look really cool, I'll give you that. Like, Sony headphones are practically a fashion statement for the cheap headphones. At least they look quite nice. But coming to the headphones, though, I actually have never tried out Bolt headphones, so I can't really make a commentary on that. But okay, it seems like the whole earphone market is, like, the headphone market is completely dominated by wireless earphones now. That makes a lot of sense. Guys, do you use wireless earphones or wired earphones or headphones, to be like a little bit more inclusive for everybody? What do you guys use? Because I think that will also make a huge difference in the conversation that we're having. But I have tried out OnePlus earphones as well, the OnePlus Buds Z, and there's the OnePlus Bullets as well. OnePlus Bullets is kind of alright. OnePlus Buds Z are kind of terrible, and this is a common theme through most of the, like, truly wireless earphones, that the sound quality is just bearable. It's not great, to be honest, for most of them. But I do see the amount of utility that they provide. Uh, yeah, it seems like I can't even find any headphones here. This is kind of crazy. Wow. You know what, guys? I think I'll have to skip out on recommending headphones, because it's clearly I don't know my way around Amazon, or the headphone market has changed completely from the time when I was like using headphones. This is the other thing about it as well, that, like, back when, like, the time that I am talking about, wireless was not a thing. Like, especially Bluetooth headphones, they existed, but it was not a huge market. Versus, I have seen that how it has turned into a huge market now, and it seems to be completely overwhelmed with wireless earphones now. But yeah, if you guys have some good headphone recommendations, then do drop them in the chat. so that everybody else can see as well. Again, JBL headphones as well. I have not found any decent JBL headphones, to be honest. Like, they are pretty good uh, in terms of their looks, but in terms of the audio quality, it's not that great. And again, it really comes down to soundstage, which makes a huge difference in the kind of listening experience that you will have. So yeah, uh, again, all of these are wireless headphones, so it's very tough to comment on pretty much anything, guys. Wow, literally every single headphone is wireless now. Wow. Okay, this baffles me. It's kind of sad to see, honestly, because mostly from what I've seen, wireless earphones are like wireless headphones are not able to achieve decent sound quality unless you go a little bit higher up in the bracket. Like, I've tried out wireless headphones that go for 1500 $2000 and they do not sound great. So I'll tell you some of the things about what makes a good pair of wireless headphones versus what makes a bad pair of wireless headphones as well. So this all comes down to something that they call codecs, which is like Bluetooth codecs, and uh, there is a very wide variance in the support that a lot of companies provide. Like, Android is a little bit more flexible, but then not Android, like, not all Android phones support all codecs, and it's a complicated world, to be honest. Sony has their own codecs that they use for different wireless earphones, but what it all comes down to is the fact that this is a huge game of like good quality software and good quality hardware, which cheap manufacturers are generally not able to achieve. And that's where a huge difference in the sound quality between decent Bluetooth headphones and bad quality Bluetooth headphones comes in, because they are just not developed well most of the times. And like, we could, for example, look at the codecs that are supported by the cheap Boat headphones and we will see a huge difference, hopefully, because if we don't see a huge difference, then all of the things that I'm saying don't really make sense, do they? uh, but yeah, that's what my experience has been, at least. So I'll go to, for example, a pair of Boat headphones. I think I'll find a lot of wireless ones. uh, But so let's go with these, and also maybe with these. I don't even know if they will be providing the information that you need on codecs, because they are all about, oh, these sound really good and this person has recommended them and everything like that. Ah, yes. Yeah, they don't provide any information. So, like, okay. Yeah, no, barely any information there. So yeah, it's tough to rate these headphones objectively, but all I'm saying is that it is always going to be tough to find decent sounding Bluetooth headphones for the cheap, because you will not get decent sound quality. But so, okay, Rachit, so that uh Shrey Singh is here for our day. I'm sorry, dude. I tried to learn it, but then I was busy studying as well, so it was hard to learn the whole thing. But I know that I have made an empty promise last time, but I'll make a promise again. I will definitely do Aharte. I picked too many tracks the last time. I think that's where it went wrong as well. I will do just Aharte. I will not do the Jasleen Royal and the Pratik Kuhar song. I will just do Aharte next time. But in the meanwhile, though, I could give you another good track. Actually, this is another track that sounded kind of terrible in the first stream, and I think I did this in the first stream with, again, a bad setup. And this is Royals. So yeah, I'll show you what Royal sounds like as well. And again, if you go back to the first stream, you will see the difference in how this sounds like now versus how this sounded like on the first stream. So yeah, I'll do Royals by Lord, which so yeah, this is a pair of Bluetooth headphones that I'm using, but I use it with a wire because of the amount of complexity that an audio setup like this brings. Okay. Uh, again, if you guys are not able to hear me, hey Manas, I'll actually get to your comments in a second. After this song, maybe. Okay. So, just give me a second, guys. I'm opening the lyrics because the thing is, I have this habit where whenever I am performing a track, I completely forget the lyrics of songs. So yeah. Okay, here goes, guys. I've never seen a diamond in flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movies, but I'm not proud of my dress. In a torn up town, no postcode envy, but every song's like gold teeth, grey goose stripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, fresh in the hotel. We don't care. We driving Cadillacs in our dreams, but every song's like crystal, made back diamonds in the time. Airplanes, islands, tigers on your gold leash. We don't care. We aren't caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royals. It's running our blood, the kind of luck sustained for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee. Yeah, baby, I rule. Let me live that fantasy. My friends and I all cracked the code. We count our dollars on the way to the party, and everyone who knows us knows we're fine with this. We don't come from money, but every song's like gold teeth, grey goose dripping in the bathroom, bloodstains, ball gowns, fresh in the hotel room. We don't care. We drink Cadillacs in our dreams, and every song's like crystal, made back diamond in the time. Plains, islands, tigers in your gold leash. We don't care. We are caught up in a love affair, and we'll never be royals. It's running in our blood, the kind of luck sustained for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee. Yeah, baby, I rule. Let me live that fantasy. Let me have a dream, but I'm alone with being queen. Life is great without a care, but we are caught up in your love affair, and we'll never be royals. It's running our blood, the kind of luck sustained for us. We crave a different kind of buzz. Let me be your ruler. You can call me Queen Bee. Yeah, baby, I rule. Let me live that fantasy. Okay. So yeah, I have finally been able to do the song to the level that I liked, because again, the I know that I'm bitching about this a lot, but it really feels bad to have a bad setup and perform a song that you really like, because it doesn't do justice to the kind of music that you're performing. And so yeah, this was nice to do. I hope it sounded good. How did you guys like it? I see that Shrey likes it, so that's nice to see. Ah man, I hope Shrey that I made up for not performing art. I'll do that next time. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Okay, and if you like the performance, then please like the stream, because it helps us push out the channel and the stream to a lot of other guys, and hopefully you will have a lot of people joining here. So yeah, okay. Hmm. Actually, uh, I'm trying to learn how to perform Hindi music as well, because unfortunately मैंने जितना म्यूज़िक परफॉर्म किया है लाइफ में, it has been mostly English music, and uh, I don't know what it is. I think a lot of it goes down to the fact that, like, m- since everybody around me performed Hindi music quite a bit, it's I think my inclination was always towards English music, especially because I discovered good Hindi music much later in my life, and I formed an appreciation for Bollywood music as well quite later in life. Actually, I have this playlist called Home, which is essentially my collection of all good Hindi music that I like to visit. But yeah, this is a service that it seems like I provide to people as well, because I have compiled soundtracks for people's weddings and stuff. But so, you know what? I'll actually show you what that playlist looks like if you want to see. Let me know if you want to see that playlist, and I'll show you what. Oh, Shrey, yeah, I actually did listen to some of the recommendations that you gave. I don't remember the name of the tracks though, but I really like some of them. Wait, there was this one track that I heard that was really good. Oh yeah, I really liked Pika Beats Shallow Dive. That was so good. And I did really like Floral Cash as well. Although I did not check out other works by Floral Cash yet. I will do that. But so yeah, you know, I actually I hold this controversial opinion that a lot of people hate me for, which is that I think that a lot of Arijit Singh's music sounds really, really similar. No, I haven't. I did not hear to Mulchad Doma yet. Sorry, but so I always found that Arijit songs sound quite similar to each other, and that uh, like it's very hard to see innovative stuff come out of uh, Bollywood, except for A.R. Rahman's music, which I have always been a big fan of, and also Lucky Ali. But then there are very few soundtracks that come out of all of the movies that come out in the year that are something different and something nice to hear. So, but honestly though, I'm very uneducated when it comes down to Bollywood music, and that's what I'm slowly starting to learn. So yeah, if you have any Sumit Shetty agrees with my controversial opinion. Dude, you would not believe the amount of hate that I have gotten for this particular opinion, because the thing is, I said this out loud in the office once and everybody was staring at me like मैंने you know like कुछ एंटी नेशनल बोल दिया, ऑलमोस्ट ऐसा हो गया था वो मोमेंट. सो ऐसे बहुत मूवमेंट हुए मेरी लाइफ में. But so yeah, I think it is still a controversial opinion. But I mean, Arijit Singh, in favor of Arijit Singh though, it's not that, like, there is this problem with artists that I think a lot of recording artists face, which is आप एक type का गाना करते हो and suddenly uh, everybody is, you know, everybody is giving you the same kind of music to perform, and all of your projects expect कि हाँ मतलब आपने वो गाना इतना अच्छा गाया था, आप वैसा कुछ कर दीजिए and things like that. I have at least heard this from a lot of artists. So I do see how people get stereotyped into a particular type of songs as well, and that's the kind of music that they end up getting. But uh, in favor of Arijit Singh, I see where that comes from, and I also really like his voice, like as much as the kind of music choices that he gets or makes. His music, like his voice, is so good. So, okay, earphone recommendations by Apple Music, lossless audio, or lossless audio in general without that. So, yeah, Rachit, the other thing, yeah, this is one of the things that is a huge debated topic in the audiophile world as well. But that, like, should you listen to music in the complete, like, completely lossless FLAC formats or in high bitrate audio? A lot of people swear by vinyl, and it's very hard to, like, I have tried out music in FLAC, I have tried out music, and I have not heard vinyl that much. I have heard some of it, but not to the degree where I will be able to like decipher and one from the other. But one thing that I can tell you is you need a really good pair of headphones. Like, I'm talking about headphones that go in the range of like 20 to 25,000 wired headphones that you need a DAC and a preamp to boost to be able to get the level of uh, to get to the level where you can differentiate lossless music from lossy music. But like as of mp3s, though, back when mp3s used to be a thing and back when Spotify and everything had completely taken over, uh, even 192 kbps was always good enough, although you would preferably be in the 320 kbps range. But I was not able to tell FLAC apart from 320 kbps for most of the time, and I would always prefer the convenience of streaming music. Although I do understand that Apple Music lossless audio is now a thing. But uh, honestly, though, Rachit, it's yeah, without a DAC, it's very, yeah, you will not be able to tell lossless music apart from lossless, like lossy music, to be honest. At least that's what has been my experience. Uh, okay, Skull Candy Hesh ANC. What is this? Oh, I actually have not tried this particular pair of headphones. Uh, but if I check out the audio codec and everything, I'm pretty sure that at least the audio codec for like Skull Candies would be good. But honestly, though, I don't really know much about them to comment on the Skull Candies. Uh, okay, what? What's this? What's this? What's this? Okay. Um, Wait, just a second. I'm going through the comments. Okay, yeah. They are replaced with Arijit Singh with B Prak and Jubin. Who is B Prak? I've never heard of B Prak, honestly. Uh, but yeah, the holy trinity of Sonu Nigam, Shreya Ghoshal, and Sunidhi Chauhan. uh, yeah, again, honestly, I don't end up going back to Shreya Ghoshal, Sunidhi Chauhan, and Sonu Nigam. I really don't. I think I'm bad on nostalgia. I don't know. But that being said, though, I really did like Sonu Nigam's voice is kind of amazing. It's again something that I only wish in my dreams I was able to sing to that level. Actually, there was this particular video. I think Scoop Whoop did that, and uh, where Sonu Nigam, disguised as a beggar, was performing on a street, then everybody collected around him to listen to him, and he was singing Sonu Nigam songs, which was quite funny to see as well, but quite nice as well. But so yeah, kind of makes you appreciate the amount of craft that goes into singing as well, and the amount of skill that you have to develop to be able to sing on the level that Sonu Nigam and Shreya Ghoshal and Sunidhi Chauhan have, for that matter. So yeah. Sonu Nigam ka do ka char. I don't know do ka char. I'll note that down as well again. Ah, I really like the fact that I get so many recommendations from Shrey. Again, if you guys have any recommendations, drop them in the chat because I will love to listen to a lot of them. Yeah. I'll tell you one weird thing about AirPods actually. So, they have this thing called spatial audio, which and it's turned on for music as well by default, and what it does essentially is like, so you know if I have my phone like right here versus if my phone is like right here, it will sound almost as if my like the music is coming out of my phone and the position of the music is on the right versus like on the left if I have the phone on the left. But it is, I find it so offensive, to be honest, that they did this, because like the whole इतना लंबा प्रोसेस लगता है यार एक गाना बनाने में, like they record every single instrument separately so that they can like mix it properly and place it properly in the whole like sound stage, and you turn on spatial audio and suddenly it's like सब कुछ right से आ रहा है, like वो इस तरह से नहीं बनाया है, वो इस तरह से सुनने के लिए नहीं बनाया गया. So yeah, it's like I like the amount of things that Apple puts into their headphones, but some of these things are really bad. And yeah, they do sound good, but the whole spatial audio thing is a never turn that on for uh, like music. You can use that for videos and all, but please, if you have that turned on for music, disable it. It is such a disservice to the whole audio community. But Sonu Nigam has lots and lots of Kannada songs. Yeah, again, I actually haven't heard many Kannada songs of his either. As I said, yeah, I'm very like uneducated and illiterate when it comes down to Bollywood music. I I try not to be like, I sometimes feel like this pretentious person for acting like कि हाँ I'm too good for Bollywood music and ये जो commoners सुनते हैं and all of that, but it is such a like, I get stereotyped like that every once in a while, but it's honestly not that. It's just that I'm not educated enough on Bollywood music to know better, and I'm trying to educate myself slowly. I mean, Munjal, especially whenever he's playing, the music of Veer Zara, I always appreciate that. So yeah, 8D bass boosted covers. Yeah, again, please, ये मत करो music के साथ, because this is not how they had. So the whole way bass boosted covers and all of these things are done is also again like post processing on top of music that has already been made, and it it reduces the quality so much. It doesn't make it sound good. I'm honestly not a fan of 8D bass boosted covers and like bass boosted covers in general, because they ruin all of the effort that people had made in producing that song and making it sound a certain way. So yeah. Oh, Mayank is actually mentioning something about FLAC and 320 kbps, which is that he has found some things sound better in FLAC. I'll tell you one thing actually. Uh, I like I have found that one there's one good thing about FLAC, and it's not really related to 320 kbps versus FLAC, but rather how nonchalant people are with like 320 kbps songs and all, versus how carefully everybody handles FLAC music. Like FLAC music will never be, converted and reconverted. So it will always sound to the original quality, and it is always easier to find good quality FLAC music versus like good quality MP3 and compressed music. And it is honestly not something that is related to how MP3 and all of these codecs compress the audio, but rather related to the fact that like people care about the audio quality and people preserve that, versus when it comes to MP3 and streaming music, people don't, and they don't really care about it. But if you have been able to tell FLAC apart from 320 kbps, honestly, man, good for you. I have not been able to, and I, at least on a cheap pair of headphones. And yeah, uh, actually, if you have some recommendations for music that I should listen to and FLAC, definitely please hit that in the live stream, because I would love to. KK, Sonu Nigam, Javed Ali, Shreya Ghoshal, Sunidhi Chauhan, all are so good. Yeah, they are so good. Uh, for the longest time, I actually thought that Sonu Nigam and KK were the same person, which is such a dumb thing to think about. Like, KK had come to perform in Kota, which is the city that I'm from, and I thought it was Sonu Nigam for the longest time. So, yeah. Oh, man. I don't know why I said that. I should not have told you guys about that. Oh, man. But yeah, what I have tried Lifafa, Shivam. I am honestly, actually, Lifafa is, if you can see that this this particular poster, the red one on the top, is Lifafa. So yeah, I'm that big of a fan of Lifafa. I am a huge fan of the song Jago by Lifafa personally, and I keep on listening to that. Bari Bari. And there is this song called Main Ji Raha Hoon, MJRH, as the title goes, which uh, uses the sound of like it plays on the background ambient noise of the train sound, which is like chick, 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 and it it's like the perfect mix of nostalgia and like innovation in music and like good music making. If you haven't checked out Main Ji Raha Hoon by Lifafa, you definitely should, because it is amazing. And yeah, so huge fan of Lifafa, honestly. Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I said. 8D bass boosted songs destroy the song. Why do most Indian singers get an accent while they sing English songs? Yeah, honestly, I think a lot of this is to blame on like our own elitist culture as well. Elitist bhi nahi, but rather like the fact that in India there is this thing where like if you can speak decent English versus if you can't, you are seen as like a better person in some ways, to be honest. It's like I think that we as Indians are, or at least I think I was at one point of time, but we as Indians tend to be very insecure about how we are perceived in the international community. And so we try to overcome everything about ourselves that is Indian in the process. I have seen that with a lot of people who have, moved abroad and lost their accents in a month, which seems unfeasible, to be honest, because how the hell would you lose an accent that you had for 18 years and you would suddenly lose that in a month? Seems unreasonable, to be honest. But so I think a lot of that is to uh, blame on our perception of ourselves and our perception of our uh, like the way other people see us and how insecure we can get about that. So yeah, sorry, I think I got like बहुत ज़्यादा psychological in this whole thing, but I think that's where most Indian singers are not able to sing English songs in Indian accents. It's also one of the things where, like, when I sing a song by Sonu Nigam, I try to sing it the way Sonu Nigam does. And in that process of doing a cover of another singer, it's very tough to not lose your voice and your unique sound when it comes to performing a cover of somebody else. So I think a lot of it has to do with that as well. And when you grow up performing covers of English artists for such a long time, then I think you kind of lose your voice when it comes to singing in English. And I think I could also be testament to that fact to some level, because when I'm singing English music, I also don't sound like extremely Indian or anything. And that is, again, I'll if I start about this, I'll go very philosophical on this. But yeah, that's what that is. Oh, okay. So I actually haven't heard B Prague. Thanks for mentioning that. I have not heard this song Man Bharya as. Actually, Man Bharya sounds familiar. This is one of the great things that I experienced living in Himachal, because the amount of Punjabi music that I was exposed to is kind of crazy. Because like कुछ भी कोई भी पंजाबी गाना जब भी देश भर में फेमस होता था, उससे कम से कम 15 दिन पहले वो हिमाचल में फेमस हो जाता था. So yeah, that way it's nice to be able to hear all the Punjabi music way in advance in comparison to everybody else. And yeah, I'm speaking about everybody. Even Black Midi's Cavalcade sounds better on Flat to Mayank. Okay, I will check that out actually. Who knows? Maybe I also might notice a difference. Okay, what about in-ear monitors? Asks Rachit. So, yeah, actually, there is this particular Chinese brand of in-ear monitors that I really like. I have been recommended high praise of them for the level of like sound quality versus the price that they are available on. Generally speaking, the word in-ear monitors gets thrown around very easily for uh, very cheap pair of earphones as well. And it is a term that is misused quite a bit, but when it is used correctly, when it is used for actual in-ear monitors, like I'll tell you what monitor speakers are. Like I have this set of monitor speakers on my desk. These are the JBL 3052s. And the whole thing about monitor speakers and in-ear monitors is accuracy of the sound, which is that, like, do they sound completely flat throughout the equalizer band? Like बेस में भी उतना ही वॉल्यूम होना चाहिए जितना मिड्स में है, जितना हाइज में है, जितना मिड हाइज में है, एंड एवरीथिंग लाइक दैट. एंड सो in-ear monitors and monitors in general are supposed to have a completely flat sound signature, which actually doesn't make for good listening a lot of times. Like a lot of times you want you want earphones that have a certain character to their sound. Like I used to use this pair of Jaybird Vistas, which is a great pair of workout earphones, and they will never fall out of your ears and built really well, great sound quality, great everything. But they had this feature in their app where you could like tune the equalizer band of the earphones by listening to music, and they would like play individual bands of music and ask you for the level of volume that you're hearing, so that you could tune it to a quite you could tune it to quite a flat sound signature. And that is something that has made a huge difference to my listening experience as well. And I have tried to do that with other earphones and headphones as well, because I found that it makes a huge difference. So Um, I'll tell you what that process goes like. If you like, first find the equalizer software for your earphones or headphones. If you use a Windows system, then uh, a lot of like sound cards on your PCs and your laptops already have an equalizer that is present. And then there are these frequency scanning YouTube videos that that go through the whole array of sounds that you could hear. Like, it goes through every level of bass, every level of mids, every level of highs. And try some of those. And while you are doing that, like, run through that a few times. Pause in between whenever you feel like, okay, like mids ka volume thoda low ho raha hai, so I'll adjust the equalizer for this. And tune every, like, slowly scan through the frequencies and slowly tune the equalizer so that it suits your earphones. And you will see that it will generally never be flat. And it is something that makes a huge difference. So yeah, if you want to elevate your listening experience without investing in a new pair of earphones or headphones, then this is another way to do it. You will not gain a whole lot in terms of soundstage and everything else, but at least the you will be able to achieve something that is close to what the artist intended on the music that they built. So yeah, uh, that's one way that you could boost your earphones very easily. Hmm. Shrey really does have high praises of the song Do Kachar. So I will actually check that out. But yeah, okay. All right, so I think, guys, that was I I've been going on this for a while, and I think I have covered enough bases to. Oh, Mayank has an interesting recommendation here, which is the Wavelet app has neutral equalizer profiles for hundreds of popular earphones. Oh, that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool, actually. I think, yeah, maybe you guys should also check out this app. If you use a pair of headphones that is common and popular, doing this to achieve a neutral equalizer signature is going to boost it quite a bit. And if you could do it as easily as is suggested here, then I think that will make a huge difference for you guys. So yeah, try that out. Try flattening out your equalizer. But so yeah, that was it for this week, guys. Uh, if you have any comments on the stream or anything that you would like to see more over the following weeks, then do let me know. I'm also on Instagram as noise.pollution, which is also where I put a lot of my music. And you could check me out there. I'll actually drop a link to that in the chat in a second. And if you have any suggestions, you could hit me up there. But uh, I hope you liked the conversation, guys. Thanks, Shrey. Nice to see that you enjoyed the conversation. But yeah, if you guys liked the conversation and haven't subscribed to the channel or liked the stream yet, please do that. It will help us boost the channel quite a bit. And if you subscribe to the channel, you will be in touch with all of the decent content, like some really, really good content that is available on Chalchitra Talks. And they did this quiz series, and today they had so Chalchitra Talks hosts this Bollywood, like a movie quiz, rather, not a Bollywood quiz, that has been going on for a while, and it has its own huge following. But this week, they had Gulshan Devaya and Neville Shah and two other really, really good and famous people, honestly. And you should go and check that out because it was a very interesting conversation to listen to as well. Yeah, they had. Oh, they also had Adar Malik, and they had, okay. Everybody in this stream is so great. So yeah, if you haven't checked out the quiz series, do check that out because it can be pretty crazy. But yeah, other than that though, thanks for listening in, guys, and